A very good morning, dear class 6 students. Welcome back. So children, in the previous class we had done verbs. I had given you an introduction of the topic. Also I had told you about the first type of verb, which is transitive verb. So today I am going to continue the same lesson and I am going to tell you about the second type of verb, which is intransitive verb. So I will just write it here. Intransitive verb. Now children, as I had told you about transitive verbs are those verbs which require an object to complete the meaning of the sentence, right? I hope you remember it. So I had told you that the first noun or pronoun that comes is the subject, and whichever one comes second in the sentence becomes the object automatically. So there are certain sentences that we write using verbs which do not have object in them. So in that case, this kind of a sentence uses an intransitive verb, or the verb that is used in such sentences becomes intransitive. For example, if I write the sentence, the boy laughs. Okay, so I have written the sentence, the boy laughs, which is the subject of the sentence. So very easily we can see that the boy is given in the beginning of the sentence. This becomes the subject. Now can you see any object in this sentence? We see that the subject is here and remaining over here the word is laughs. So is laugh a noun or a pronoun? No. Laugh is a verb. So this is a verb. Now apart from this, there is no other word in the sentence. Yet we can see that the sentence is complete. There is a meaning that is coming out of this sentence. So it says the boy laughs. We understand what this sentence means. For this reason we say that this verb used over here is intransitive verb. It is not using another object to complete the meaning. The sentence is complete in itself without any object. That is why this verb over here is intransitive verb. Let us take another example and see. For example, if I write the baby cries. Okay, the baby cries. We understand the meaning of this sentence very well. It is a complete sentence. It is giving us meaning. The baby is the subject of the sentence and cries is the intransitive verb. That means there is no other object required to complete this sentence, and that is why this verb over here is intransitive verb, which is the opposite of transitive. In a transitive sentence, you need an object, but in an intransitive sentence, you do not need any object to complete the sentence. So this is what is intransitive verb. This is the second type of verb. Alright children, now what I want you to do is, I want you to write two examples of intransitive verbs using a sentence, of course, of your own. You have to write a sentence of your own where you have to use intransitive verb. So in the sentence, there will be no object used. Alright? Alright, dear students. So the next type of verb is the incomplete verb, or we also call it verb of incomplete predication. Alright, now what is meant by incomplete verb? There are certain verbs that are verbs but they cannot complete the sentence on their own. They need some other word to be able to complete it. So what happens is that children, whenever we look at a sentence, we always divide the sentence into two sections. First is the subject and second is the predicate part. So there are certain verbs which cannot become the predicate on their own. So they need another word to complete it. Alright. Now these type of verbs are called incomplete verbs All right. We will see through examples what it means. All right. For example, if I say the boy became. Now, as you can see, this word became, it is a verb, right? It is a verb. But you can see, children, that if I just write the boy became, the sentence looks incomplete. The sentence is not complete. Even though there is a verb present over here, even though there is a subject present over here, that means the two sections of the sentence, which is the subject and the predicate, are present over here, still the sentence does not have any meaning coming out of it. Okay? So this needs another word to complete the meaning of the whole sentence. So if I have to write another word over here, then this sentence is going to be complete. So if I write the word tired. Okay. Now if you read the sentence again, the boy became tired. Now we can see that the sentence is complete. It is giving a full meaning and it is making sense. Now if we divide this into different sections, this is the subject, this is the subject, this is the verb. Okay. So we can see that since this verb required another word to complete the meaning of the sentence, this is an incomplete word. Sorry, verb. Okay. So the boy became tired. Now to understand incomplete verbs, children, you will have to keep a few words in mind. Few words means what are these type of verbs that are going to act as incomplete verbs. For example, if I give you another sentence, for example, the teacher seems. Does this sentence look complete to you? The teacher seems? No, but we can see very well that this is the subject and seems is a verb. It is a verb, but it cannot complete the sentence on its own. It needs another word to complete the meaning. The teacher seems what? Okay, the teacher seems what? So if we write another word over here, for example, angry. Now we see that this sentence is complete. So the teacher seems angry. Now we understand the meaning of this sentence, and because of this word which is used extra to complete the meaning of the sentence, this verb becomes incomplete verb. Okay, so there are certain words, children, like seem, became, grow, appear. These are certain verbs which fall in the category of incomplete verbs. So when I am going to give you the PDF of written verb, okay, which I will take from the copy of a previous year student, I am going to send all this written work to you along with this video. After which in the next class I will be sending you the exercises. Okay, so all this written work that I am sending to you, you have to complete it in your copies right after this lesson. These are the only 3 types of verbs that we have to do. So we are done with the understanding of types of verbs. Now you have to finish your written work, and after you have finished the written work, I will be sending you the exercises which you will do right after your written work in the copy. Okay, so I hope this much is clear to you. When I send you the written work, I will also give you a list of these incomplete verbs. It will be mentioned over there. So see that all your work will be done as you attend this class and after you have understood everything. Again, children, for this type of verb also, I want you to write 2 example sentences of your own. 2 sentences of your own, so that you have a clear understanding of incomplete verbs. Alright, now so your homework is given to you. This topic is finished. In the next class I will be sending you exercises to complete the work. Alright, children, so take care and bye bye, and I will see you in the next class.